each stitch around. So continue on and I'll see you at the end of this round. So I'm up towards the end of round 10. I've just made my last stitch there. You can see our join there. There's the chain one, and there's our first single crochet stitch that we need to do a slip stitch into to complete round 10. And that's what it's looking like now at the back. Well, actually that seam will be on the side, so it'll look like that. That's up the right way. That's the top. So for rounds 11 to 21 you'll repeat round 10, which was that round you just did, and I'll see you at the end of round 21. Right, so I've just finished round 21, and at this point you want to slip your phone into your case just to make sure that you've got the right length. So I'm just slipping my phone in, and yes, and if you can press that down and it looks like it's the right length, then it's all good to finish off. If not, if it's too long, just take out as many rows as you need to, and if it needs to be longer, just make more rounds. Repeat round 10 a few more times until you have the length you need. So now we're going to finish off. So just pop the hook back in there and leave enough of a tail, because we're going to need that to sew the bottom up. So leave a fair bit, 30 centimetres. So cut your yarn and finish off. Now you can see the seam, it runs down like that. We want that seam on the side as we're going to stitch into the bottom of the case. So get your yarn needle and weave this tail into your yarn needle. And where that join is, we're going to just sew into the stitch opposite of it. And then you'll see that the stitches line up. So we're going in the next and through the other side there to match up. And then get the next stitch and then match up the other one on the other side and stitch through. And don't pull too tight, otherwise it'll go all out of shape. So we just keep going across this way, matching up the stitches. And if you have 20 if you started off with 22 stitches like I did, then you'll only need to do 11 of these stitches along the bottom. If you had more stitches, then it would be basically you just half that amount, and that's how many stitches you'll be doing on the bottom here. Okay, so that's the bottom stitched up. Now you can insert your hook in on the inside of the case, and you'll need to turn it inside out now. And just make a knot, and then you can weave your end up through the work. And you can go up as far as you like, just to hide that tail. And then you can trim that off. And that's that one done. Now with these ones here, just undo your knots, and with the pink yarn tails, weave them in through the back of the stitches, and with your granite colour or any other colour that you may be using, just weave it in through the back of it the same colour. But just make sure that you undo those knots and then weave them in to the back of the work. And you've got this yarn tail here, and just weave that down through there. So once you've weaved in